Chevrolet Silverado 1500 and a GMC Sierra 1500? At first glance, the chrome bumpers, the same triangular headlights, and the nearly identical body styles make it hard to tell them apart. A passerby might think they're twins from the same family. But once you start driving them, talking to their owners, or opening the hood, the differences begin to show. For decades, the Chevy Silverado and the GMC Sierra have shared the same basic platform. They use the same engines, similar transmissions, and the same frame. The official line at General Motors has always been that the Silverado is the volume truck for the mainstream buyer, while the Sierra sits just a bit higher as GM's premium division, with more upscale features, tighter brand targeting, and a slightly higher price tag. The question this documentary explores is not just which truck is better, but whether the Sierra's luxury and badge come at a real cost in terms of repair bills, maintenance complexity, and long-term ownership. We'll follow the journeys of everyday owners, fleet managers, off-road enthusiasts, and mechanics who have lived with these trucks. We'll also dig into the engines, the transmissions, the suspension systems, and the pricing structure to answer one central question. Does the Sierra's luxury legacy justify the repair premium, or is the Silverado the smarter long-term buy?
The shared DNA, how Silverado and Sierra are built. The Silverado and Sierra story starts with something many people still misunderstand. They are not different trucks designed for different purposes. Instead, they're two variations of the same underlying architecture. Since the late 1990s, the Silverado and Sierra have shared the same GM-GMT platform, with the same body-on-frame construction, the same chassis width, and the same basic layout under the hood. For a mechanic in Denver, Colorado, Carlos Mendez, this is a daily reality. "When I work on a Silverado and a Sierra that are the same year," he explains, "the first thing I notice is that the frame looks the same, the motor mounts look the same, and the bolt patterns are the same. The differences are up front and inside, not underneath." The key difference in philosophy is where GM adds value. The Silverado is engineered to cover a broad market, from basic work trucks with bench seats and manual windows to top-trim crew cabs with full tech packages. The Sierra sits on the same foundation but leans into premium branding, more chrome, higher-grade leather, and features aimed at buyers who view the truck as a mix of tool and luxury appliance.
Engine lineups are the core of the comparison. At the heart of both trucks are the same family of GM engines. For the 2019 to 2025 era, the 4.3-liter V6, the 5.3-liter V8, and the 6.2-liter V8 formed the backbone of the Silverado and Sierra 1500 engine lineups. The 2.7-liter turbo four-cylinder has also joined the mix, especially in lighter-duty and fuel-conscious applications. For a contractor in Las Vegas, Terry Davis, who owns a 2020 Silverado LT, the 5.3-liter V8 has been the ideal balance. He uses the truck daily to tow a small trailer, haul tools, and drive long distances on the highway. "It feels relaxed at 70 miles per hour, Terry says. It doesn't rev out, and you can feel the reserve in the engine." Across the parking lot, his friend Dave Reynolds, who bought a GMC Sierra SLT in the same year, runs the same 5.3-liter engine. The performance on the road is nearly identical, but the Sierra's cabin adds more sound deadening material, better insulation, and a quieter cabin. "The trucks feel the same under the hood," Dave admits, "but the Sierra makes it feel like you're driving a more expensive car." From an engineering perspective, the shared engines mean that long-term reliability trends are similar for both badges. The problems that do show up, fuel pumps, injectors, timing chain wear on some V8s, exhaust manifolds, and water pump failures, appear in both Silverados and Sierras with roughly the same frequency. The real difference for owners often comes down to how much extra technology is layered around the engine. Transmissions and towing, which one holds up better? The transmission is where many owners begin to feel the reality of long-term use. The Silverado and Sierra from the 2010s onward mostly share the GM 6L80 and 8L90 automatic transmissions. 6-speed and 8-speed designs that are generally robust when properly serviced. For a landscaper in Portland, Oregon, Elena Lopez, her 2017 Silverado has been a daily workhorse, hauling a trailer full of sod and equipment. At 180,000 miles, the only transmission-related work she has had is a fluid and filter change. It still shifts smoothly, she says. It feels like it's barely broken in. A fleet manager in Dallas, Texas, Marcus Johnson, runs a small business with a mix of Silverados and Sierras used for light construction and delivery. He notes that both trucks perform the same under load, but the Sierra's suspension and braking systems are often spec'd slightly higher on higher trims, which can make towing feel a bit more refined. However, the transmission wear patterns are nearly identical.
Suspension, ride quality, and off-road life. Both the Silverado and Sierra share the same independent front suspension design on recent generations, with coil springs and shock absorbers that give the truck a smoother ride than older body-on-frame trucks. The rear suspension usually uses leaf springs on work-oriented models and multi-link setups on some higher trim variants. For an off-road enthusiast in Moab, Utah, Josh Walker, his 2019 Silverado LT has been his go-to trail rig. Over the past 5 years, he has added a 2-inch lift, upgraded shocks, and skid plates without changing the fundamental character of the truck. The frame is strong, he says. The suspension holds up, but I had to replace the rear leaf springs earlier than I expected because of the weight and the trail work. A Sierra owner in Boise, Idaho, Linda Patel, bought a GMC Sierra Denali for a mix of weekend driving and light trail use. The magnesite aluminum components and heavier-duty suspension calibration on the Sierra make it feel slightly more refined over rough roads, but the core parts are the same as the Silverados. The Sierra might feel more comfortable, she says, but the Silverado is just as capable if you build it right. The luxury touch, interior, technology, and the comfort gap. If the Silverado and Sierra share an engine bay and a chassis, the difference in the buyer's experience quickly becomes visible in the cab. The Sierra's legacy at luxury is most obvious in trims like the SLT, Denali, and AT4. These models offer higher-grade leather, more sound-deadening material, tri-zone climate control, and advanced infotainment, features that push the Sierra into a more premium price bracket. For a small business owner in Denver, Michigan, Mike Chen, his 2019 Silverado High Country he leased felt almost luxury, but not quite. The leather is good and the seats are comfortable, he says, but the Sierra Denali made it feel like you were driving a Cadillac. A retired engineer in Ann Arbor, Michigan, Helen Grant, who drives a Sierra Denali, appreciates the attention to detail. The massaging seats, the surround view camera system, and the Bose audio make long drives more comfortable. It's not a sports car, she says, but it feels like a luxury car that can tow a boat. For mechanics, that extra layer of comfort comes with a caveat. The more cameras, sensors, and adaptive systems a truck has, the more there is to potentially fail.
Fleet life. How businesses use Silverado and Sierra. The perspective of fleet owners reveals something that individual buyers often miss. The Silverado and Sierra perform almost identically over time when used the same way. For many small businesses, the decision between Silverado and Sierra often comes down to availability, financing, and which dealer is easier to work with, not fundamental differences in durability. A construction company owner in Austin, Texas, Carlos Garcia, runs a mixed fleet of Silverados and Sierras. He leases some, buys others, and keeps them on the road for 3 to 5 years before rotating them out. I've had Silverados with 150,000 miles and Sierras with 180,000 miles, he says. The issues are the same: brakes, suspension, and some engine sensors. The Sierra doesn't cost more to fix in the short term, but the parts for the fancy trims can be pricier. A mechanic in Houston, Abdul Rahman, who services this fleet, confirms that the Silverado and Sierra are treated the same way in the shop. The frame is the same, the axles are the same, the transmissions are the same, he says. The only difference is that the Sierra sometimes has more options, and some of those options cost more to repair.
Common repairs and cost of ownership. When it comes to repair costs, the Silverado and Sierra share a similar baseline. The big components, engines, transmissions, differentials, and suspension parts, are the same for both trucks. The parts are interchangeable, and the labor costs are usually the same. For example, a front-end alignment on a Silverado or Sierra will cost about the same. A brake pad replacement on either truck will be similar in price and difficulty. The real difference appears in the optional equipment that the Sierra often carries: adaptive cruise control, lane departure warning, and advanced lighting systems. These systems can add hundreds of dollars to the repair bill when they fail. A mechanic in Seattle, Washington, Ryan Jenkins, says he has seen this pattern repeat with regularity. "I've replaced a lighting control module on a Silverado, and it's about $800, he says. On a Sierra, the same module plus the adaptive lighting unit can be $1,200. The engine is the same, the wheels are the same, but the electronics cost more. For owners who plan to keep their trucks for a decade or more, the Sierra's luxury features can add up in the long run. The Silverado's more basic trims keep the cost of repairs lower and the system complexity reduced. The Sierra's premium feel is real, but it comes at a price in the repair bay. Resale value and community reputation. The resale value of the Silverado and Sierra also reflects the luxury premium. In many markets, the Sierra Denali and AT4 models command a higher price than comparable Silverado trims. This is partly due to the brand image and the perceived exclusivity of the Sierra name. Off-road and towing. Which one holds up better? For off-road enthusiasts and towing-focused owners, the question of Silverado versus Sierra is often about capability, not just comfort. In practice, both trucks perform similarly in the field. The Silverado ZR2 and Sierra AT4 are the most capable off-road variants, with lifted suspensions, all-terrain tires, and advanced traction systems. A trail driver in Boise, Idaho, Linda Brattel, who owns a Sierra AT4, says the truck feels more refined over rough terrain. The suspension is smoother and the cabin is quieter. The Silverado feels more like a work truck, but both can handle the same trails. A Silverado ZR2 owner in Moab, Utah, Josh Walker, agrees. The Sierra AT4 feels more luxurious, he says, but the Silverado feels just as capable. The difference is in the details, not the performance. Thanks for watching.